Welcome to my channel, Click and Design. Let's get started.
So in this video, we are going to talk about annotation process in Revit. For that, let's go to the Annotate tab. And here we have the dimensions. We have different dimension styles. First dimension style is Align Dimensions. Let's select Align Dimension. And we see this option over here, Wall Center Lines and Wall Faces. So let's see what is the difference between Wall Center Lines and Wall Faces. If I will select Wall Center Lines, I can easily measure the distance between two wall centers. Let us see. We have one wall over here. This is the architecture wall, and one wall over here. This is also an architecture wall. With the help of wall centers, I can specify the dimension between their centers easily. Okay. Let's see one more time. Over here, this is the wall center and this one. So see, easily I can measure the distance between the centers. Okay, so let's delete them, select and delete. Okay, now again let's choose aligned, and now we'll select wall faces. With the help of wall faces, you can create the dimension with the help of interior and exterior faces of the walls. So let's say we have here interior face first and second interior face, and here we have the dimension created. Okay, and same with the exterior face, you can create the dimension. Okay, now let's see the basic of aligned dimension. We can see over here we have this wall. It is aligned to an angle. It is not horizontal or vertical. So let's see how we use aligned dimension over here. Select Align Dimension and select Wall Faces. Let's select the interior faces of the wall. So with the help of this Align Dimension, you can align the dimension about the body easily. Okay. Now let's move on. In Annotate, we have linear dimensions. Let's see what is linear dimensions. Linear dimensions are used to create dimension horizontally or vertically. Let's say I want to create the dimension from the starting point till this end point. Okay, so I will choose the starting point and the end point. Just click and here you will have the dimension easily. This was the horizontal dimension. Linear. Now let's create the vertical dimension. Again I will go to linear. Now I will select this first point and then this second point, and here I will have the dimension vertically. Okay, so this is how you create aligned dimension, horizontal or vertical dimension easily. Next we have the angular dimension, and next we have angular dimension. It is used to create a dimension between two angular faces. So let's see, we have this two angular faces. So let's select the interior faces and you can get the angle. Okay, so here we can easily create the dimension. Now let's select over here, over this corner, select this two faces and you can easily get the dimension. Okay, so this is how angular dimension work. So next we have the radial dimension. With the help of radial dimension, we can easily mention the radius of an object. Let's see, we have this curved wall over here, and let's measure the radius of this wall. Let's select the outer face and click. You will easily get the radius of this curved wall. Okay, next the same, we have the diameter. So let's delete this radius and now let's select the diameter. Now with the help of this command, you can easily get the diameter of this curved wall. Okay, just click and your dimension will be placed on the screen. Select it and delete if you want to delete. Okay, next we have the arc length. If I will select the arc length, with this command you can easily measure the length of any arc. Here we can see we have this arced wall. Okay, so let's select wall faces from here and let's select the wall face. In case I want to measure the length of this exterior wall, select the exterior face and then we need to provide the reference. So let's provide reference over here first reference, this horizontal wall, and then second reference, this vertical wall. Okay, we have provided the reference, and here you can see this is the arc length or length of this wall. Okay, so let's delete it. Okay, now next we have the spot elevation. It is used to define elevation of any object in Revit. For that, let's open the elevation. Let's say east. So we have this east elevation of this project. So let's introduce spot elevation and select the object where you want to describe the elevation. So here we can see this is the elevation of this edge, or you can compare from this level also. Okay, so this is how you create elevations. Let's again choose this edge over here or this corner, and you can specify this elevation also. Here this elevation is 0 because this is the level 1, and here the elevation is 0. So with the help of spot elevation you can easily create or know the value of elevation. Okay, next we have the spot coordinate. Okay, it displays the coordinates of a point in a project. So let's select the spot coordinate, and you can select any of the point to know its coordinate. Okay, let's say this point. So here we have the spot coordinates of this particular point. Okay, if I will create new spot, here you can see the elements or the parameters will be different. So the next dimension we have is spot slope. It is used to specify the slope of any particular spot on a body. So let's open east projection or east elevation. Here you can see this is the roof of the building, and let's see the slope on this roof. For that I will choose the command spot slope and will specify a point on the roof. So here is the point, click, and you can see this is the spot slope for this particular roof. Okay, now again let's select spot slope and let's select this wall over here. As you can see, it is showing no slope because this wall is horizontal. Okay, so this is how you can use spot slope. So this is how you can create dimensions easily in Revit. So now we will discuss the detailing part in Revit. For that, first command we have is detail line. So in annotation you can see we have this detail section, and in detail we have this detail line. Select this option, detail line. Okay, and you can see in the draw section we have different instruments to use the detail line options. Let's create a line. Okay, we have selected a line, and let's create a line. Here we have created a line. Okay, now go back to detail, select the line, and now from here you can select the line style. Let's select wide lines. Before it was thin lines. Now you can see here we have created a different line, but now you cannot see the difference between them because we don't have turned on thin lines. Now you can see easily the difference between them. This is a thin line and this is a thick line. We have some more line styles in detail line. In the drop down menu you can see we have hidden lines also. Let's create some hidden lines. So here we have the hidden lines. Okay, now let's use the detail line to create some sketch. Let's go to the detail line and let's create a dining table. I will select a rectangle, and before that I will change the line style. Let's select the line style to be thin lines, and let's select the rectangle. So here I have created a table in the center. Let's imagine it is the top view. Now I will create some chairs around this table. Again, then detail line, let's create chairs with the help of rectangle, then again thin lines, and let's create this chairs. Okay, let's suppose this is the chair, and now I will copy it So now I have copied these chairs. Okay, let's make a mirror copy also with the help of copy. With the help of mirror, draw axis, and here let's draw the axis in the center. And now here we have the copy, mirror copy. Now make some more chairs on the left and the right. Again detail line, select rectangle, and again we have this chair over here. Okay, let's copy this chair also to the right. So right now you can see we have easily created an object with the help of detail line. In such manner you can create different objects whatever you want as per the requirement. Okay, so now the next command we have is the region. It is all about hatching. In AutoCAD, you know, we do hatching. So in Revit it is known as region. So let's click on the drop down menu, and here we have the filled region. It is the normal hatching. Let's select the filled region. If you will select the filled region, you have to specify to Revit the region you have to hatch. For that, let's suppose I want to create a hatch in this table. So with the help of this rectangle, I will specify the region. So let's specify this region by creating a rectangular region. Okay, so I have specified this region. Now from the properties you can specify the type of hatching. As you can see, we have different hatches over here. Let's select this wood to type region and then click OK. So here you can see we have this hatching over here, and the style of this hatching, it is dependent totally upon the scaling. So let's change the scale from here. If you will change the scale right now, let's see, the hatching style will change. The hatching pattern, it is truly dependent upon the scale what we are using. Okay, let's change the scale. You can see when I'm changing the scale, the pattern is changing. Okay, so let it be this pattern right now. This scale, I will not change it more. Now let's select this hatching. Okay, if you want to change the hatching style, just select it, and from the properties you can change the hatching style. Let's select wood 1, and you can see the style has been changed. Okay, and you can also change the scale from here. Let's say 1:100. So with the help of scale you can change the pattern of the hatching very easily. Okay, now the next command we have in region is masking region. Let us say I want to insert a text over here in the middle of the table. For that, I will go to text, and then let's insert a text, and let I write over here dining table. Okay, I have inserted this text. So now I have inserted this text, dining table. Let us imagine I want to clear the area around this text, that this text should be visible clearly. Okay, so for that I'll go back to the region. We'll select masking region, and we'll create a region about this text. It can be anything from this menu draw. So let's create a rectangle. Let's draw a rectangle around this text, so I can easily highlight this text in this hatching. Okay, so I've created this rectangle and then click OK. So you can see the hatching on this particular area has been removed, and now you can easily see this text written on this component. Okay, so the next tool we have is component in detailing. Let's click on the drop down, and we have this detail components. Click on this detail component, and you will see a list of components over here by default saved in Revit, or you can load the family. Let's use one of the detail. Let's say I will select this brick. You can see it is a brick. Let's select this brick, and you can just directly place it into the view. Okay, now let's choose some more components. We have some more eye sections over here. So let's create eye section. So in this way you can insert the component like we used to use blocks in AutoCAD. In the Revit we have this component over here. Okay, next we have is the repeating detail component. Okay, it is used to create a repetition of a object. So here we have a brick and we can create an array of this brickwork. You can see easily in this manner we can create an array of this brickwork. Okay, or you want to create horizontally, you can create it horizontally also. Okay, these commands are mostly used by the architects, not by the MEP engineers, so we will not go deeply into them. So let's remove them, select and delete. The next command we have is the revision cloud. It is to make a revision cloud in a drawing. So let's choose the command revision cloud and let's see how to create a revision cloud. To create a revision cloud you have to choose a form. So mostly people use rectangle to create a cloud. So let's choose rectangle and draw a cloud over here. So in such a way you can create a cloud. It is basically used in a drawing to represent a change or a mistake. Okay, so you can see we have circle also. Let's draw a cloud with the help of a circle. It will look like such. Okay, and if you click OK, it will create a cloud. So in this manner we can easily create clouds in our drawing. So let's delete them. So the next option we have is detail group in detail. So it is used to create groups from detail work. As you can see, this is the detail work. From detail line I have made this dining table and I can create a group out of this. So for that let's select this dining table and then I will go to annotate and we have this detail group. Select over and select create group. So a group has been created and you can specify the group name. Let's say dining table group. Okay, and now you can check open in system editor or in group editor and then click OK. So the group has been selected and then click on finish. The group has been created. Okay, now let's go back to annotate, then detail group and then select place detail group. Now the group has been created. So now let's place this group in this view. If you want to make some more copies of this group, we'll go to detail group and here I will select place detail group, and from the properties you have to select the group which you have created. So this is the dining table group. Select it and you will get this group over here in your view and you can make the multiple copies of this group. Okay, so this is how we use grouping in detailing. So the next command we have is insulation in detail. Okay, insulation, it is used to create graphical representation of an insulation. For that, I will go to this section view, right click and go to view. In the section view you can see here we have this wall. If I want to create an insulation about this wall, for that choose this command insulation and you can easily create the insulation. As you see, I have drawn this insulation over here about the wall. Okay, just a graphical representation. Okay, it will be not visible in the 3D view. If you will open the 3D view, it will not be there. It is just for the 2D representation of an insulation. Okay, let's go back to the level 1. So now the next command we have is the text. We insert text in Revit. For that, let's select the text, and to insert the text in Revit we have 4 styles. We have no leader style. The text will be without a leader. We have 1 segment leader. The text will be with 1 leader, and we have 2 segments leader and then curved leader. Okay, so let's select no leader and bring the cursor on the screen and click, and now you can insert the text easily in the view and click anywhere on the screen to generate the text. Okay, if you will click back on the text, you will see here we have the drag option. With the help of this option, you can drag your text easily wherever you want. Okay, now let's select and delete. If you want to delete, we have some text options. We have text options with 2 segment leaders. So let's see, select this leader, and let's say I want to specify this window particularly over here. So let's create this leader, and now you can insert the text. Let's say window, and click on the screen, and the text will be generated. Okay, if you will select the text, you will see these dots can be modified, and this can modify the position of the leader and the placement of the text also. Okay, select and delete from the keyboard if you want to delete. Okay, so this is how text works. Like, you have used MS Word, the same we have over here, and for the alignment we have some options. If you want to align the text in the middle, we have this middle alignment, okay, on the left and on the right. Okay, and from the properties you can select the size of the text. For example, I want a small text. Let's again go to text, let's select no leader text, and then from the properties select the size. Okay, let's say 2.5 mm, and now insert the text. So here we have the 2.5 mm text. Let's go back to text again and then select a different property. Let's say 7 mm text. Click on the screen and insert the text. So with the help of properties, you can maintain the size of the text whatever you want. Okay, now next we have the tags. So we have the first tag by category and then tag all. Tag by category, if you will choose tag by category, it will tag a particular category at a time. But if you will choose tag all, it will create automatic tags for all the categories. So let's select tag by category, and now if you will choose any one of the category, let's suppose I am selecting this category window, it will create a tag to this particular category. Okay, now let's go back to tag by category, and you will see it will create tag to the category where you want. Okay, so this is a wall tag, window tag, door tag. Okay, in the same manner you can create different tags, but it will take a lot of time because you have to individually create tags for all the elements in the drawing. If you want to create automatic tags for all the elements in this drawing, you have to select tag all. If you will select tag all the tags will be created. You have to specify the category. So let's select the door tag because we have doors in the drawings. We have windows, so let's select windows. We have windows and walls also. Okay, so we have selected the tags and then apply. Okay, so you can see the tags have been created, and you can see in the drawing these are the tags for the walls. Let's suppose we don't need these wall tags. For that, select the tag, right click and select all instances visible in the view, and then you can just delete them from the keyboard and the wall tags will be removed. Okay, the same we can do with the window tags. If you want to delete the window text, select the tag, right click, select all instances visible in the view and delete the tags from the keyboard easily. Okay, so this was about tagging in Revit. So now let's discuss how to create color fill agent. For that you have to go to annotate, and in the end we have this color fill. In color fill you can see the last option, we have color fill agent. So now let's create a color fill agent for all the rooms we have in this floor plan. Okay, so for that let's select the color fill agent, and you will see this option. Just put this legend on the screen, and here you can specify the space type. So we have right now rooms, architectural rooms, and the color scheme I want according to name because we have specified room names. by digits 1, 5, 6 and click on OK. So you will see right now we don't have lot of colors, only one color, it is green. For that, go to the properties and go to the color scheme and click on name. Okay, right now in this window edit color scheme, you can see we have this category rooms selected already, and then you have to select name over here, and next we have the scheme definition. In this we can see the title. Here you can specify the title for the legend, and next is the color. So now you can see the color has been specified to a name. The name is room 1, so it has considered entire floor as a single room and has specified a single color to the entire floor. But right now we want to specify the color not by name and by number, because we have different number assigned to different rooms. So let's select the number, and now click on OK to change the settings. Now Revit will specify different color to different number of room. As you can see, before here was room value, now it is digits which are specifying the number of tags, which are specifying the tags for every room. Okay, and then click on apply and OK, and you will see right now we have this room legend colorful. Okay, and with the help of this room legend you can easily specify the room. Okay, so this is how we create colorful legends in Revit. In case you not like the color or you want to change a specific color, let's say I not want this color on room 6, I want to change this color to different. For that I will go back to properties. Here in the color scheme we have name. Click on this name, and here you will see room number 6. Here we have room number 6, and here is the color blue. So from the color you can change the color. Click over here and you can specify different color. Let's say I want it to be green. Click on OK and then apply. Okay, and you will see if you click on the screen, the color will be changed to green back. And this was all about dimensioning and annotation in Revit. I hope you like this video. Please share and subscribe. Thank you.